everybody? Welcome back. We are finally back with another stream. I know it's been a while. Look, life comes at you, I guess. But semester is finally over. Not like I had that many classes to begin with, but at the same time, they were fucking terrible, and I'm so glad that that chapter of my life is over with and that we can finally move forward to 2025. I'm excited for 2025, but we still got some games left of 2024. The NFL season, an historic one for my Detroit Lions, continues this week. I am so... I'm terrified, actually, because we have the Buffalo Bills headed into Ford Field this week. Going to be a game of the week. Potential Super Bowl matchup. We also have another potential Super Bowl matchup between, dare I say it, hit the books. Why aren't I ain't no way. We got you two in here. Who are the SEC champs again, guys? But, yeah, actually, my finals are done. So, Sean and Derek, I'm done. I don't need to be fucking studying. Fuck that shit. Easily the worst semester of school I've had in my entire life. Honestly. But, hey, I'm glad you guys are here. How y'all doing? Hope you guys had a good first semester at Ole Miss. Well. What do you mean, buddy? Sean, I'm gonna warn you in advance, man. You're not gonna like where I have the Falcons ranked. But I don't know, maybe you're for it after last week's performance, because I was watching it with Josh, and I was, I need the Vikings to lose football games. So I am a full-blown... Sean, I'll give you... I didn't say anything about that, bro. Anyways, this is botched. But I was watching that game as a full-blown Falcons fan with Josh, and I can't lie. It felt like I went back in time a few years and watched the Lions like a couple years ago. It was pretty horrible. Bro's sipping lean. I am sipping lean. Got my coffee. But anywho, we got some predictions and power rankings to go through this week. You know what the drill is by now, probably. I know, Sean, you've been in here a couple times. Derek, you've been in here a couple times too, but I think Sean's actually been here more, actually. Anyways, here we go. We're just gonna hop right into it. We're gonna hop into my power rankings for this week. Again, Sean, you're not gonna like it. Derek, was that? You think Derek's doing better than Kirk Cousins did? I don't know. Anywho, let's talk about some power rankings. There's a lot of interesting things. First of all, yeah, I know you see it. The Falcons are back on the last page. Derek's a day one, man. I remember you coming in like 2 years ago when I first started the channel, man. Everybody was at Chick-fil-A basketball, and I was streaming, and then everybody tuned in. I remember that. And I remember I picked the Cowboys to go 9-8, and you and Dawson weren't happy with it, which was wrong. They went like 12-5, and then I had the Cowboys winning a playoff game, which they also didn't do. They lost against the Packers in that round of the playoffs. But anywho, here we go. Power rankings. 32nd, New York Giants. What else is there to say? There's actually, the Saints almost let them win that game. The Saints almost let them win a football game. Glad they didn't. Giants are right there with the Raiders in locking in the first round or first overall draft pick for 2024. Oh, let's be honest, Sean. Falcons did beat some Cowboy ass earlier this season. The Cowboys are still not good. I know they put together a couple of good weeks back to back against the Giants. Well, against the Commanders, against the Giants. And honestly, last week wasn't even that bad of a showing for the Cowboys. Either way, they are probably a better team than people expect them to be, but I think 24th is still a fair spot to put them just because how atrocious they really have been. Today, this week's going to be an actual test for the Cowboys. Dare I say it. Coming into the season, nobody would have saw it coming, but the Cowboys head into Charlotte and play the Carolina Panthers, who honestly, even though they keep losing, have been looking a lot better recently. They played 3 teams, the Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All games they could have won. They could have won all 3 of those games, which is insane to think. Well. We got Faison in here too. Welcome, Faison. Faison, peep the shirt. Peep the shirt, Faison. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It was during Kirktober. That's right. Kirktober ended a while ago, and then he completed No Win November. Shout out to all the No Win Novemberers out there. I remember being in that boat. But hey, let's talk about, I should have really included in this stream some playoff implications. I'll do that next time. I'll do that next week. Because we're getting down, this is week 15. Including this week, there are 4 more weeks of NFL football before we head into the postseason. Detroit Lions have clinched a spot. The Philadelphia Eagles have clinched a spot. Kansas City Chiefs have clinched a spot. And the Buffalo Bills have actually clinched their division, the AFC East. So there's 4 teams in. Thank you. Thank you, Sean, also. Pack will have something to say about that in January, though. Honest to God, I know what's coming, man. This is exactly how it's drawn up. I thought it was going to happen last year. It would have been even worse if it was in the NFC Championship game. If we play each other in the playoffs, it probably won't be in the NFC Championship game. The Packers and the Lions face off in the playoffs. It'll most likely be in the divisional round, barring some crazy upset against the Green Bay Packers. They'll probably be on the road. So, they'll probably be playing like Seattle, Tampa Bay, Atlanta, any of those teams, which... I haven't been doing well in fantasy either, man. But I honestly have not been paying attention to that league as much. I know I played Dawson last week, but that's just the free buy. I didn't make the playoffs, so I don't really care anymore. But, Derek's got it, I guess. There you go, Derek. You can win the fantasy championship. I'll allow it. But yeah, there's some huge playoff implications. I think if the Lions play the Packers again in the playoffs, we will lose. I think that's just kind of like, I don't know. It's very hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. Like we saw with the Buccaneers earlier this year, their 1 loss. That was the 3rd time we played them in a year. So it's tough. It's tough to do that. So it's going to be really hard if we have to play them again. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Green Bay fall to a Seattle or a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team on the road. We don't know what will happen. We'll have to see. But anywho, 31st, Tennessee Titans. How the fuck did they lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars? The Jaguars, right above them, both teams are atrocious. Mac Jones is the quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars right now. Trevor Lawrence probably out for the season. Not great there. 29th, the Las Vegas Raiders, not any better. They're also in the running for the 1st overall pick. It's the fight for tank for Cam Ward, tank for Shedeur, whoever's going to be the 1st overall pick. But looks like it's going to be between the Giants and the Raiders. And let's just speculate a little bit. Shedeur Sanders apparently wants to play for the Las Vegas Raiders, which is really weird to say, but I mean, this is some third-party information. I can't confirm this at all, but apparently he wants to play for the Las Vegas Raiders. He's been tweeting about it or something. And New York Giants, that would probably mean my roommate's a Giants fan. I'm pretty sure he said that they wouldn't want to draft Shedeur Sanders. So that leads me to believe that they'll probably draft Cam Ward. So that's your way too early draft predictions. Giants are getting Cam Ward, and Shedeur Sanders is going to the Las Vegas Raiders. Anyways, let's see what Faison has to say. All I know is I didn't get last in my league, and I'm not doing the punishment. Faison, is Luke last again? Wasn't he last? Or that's in the dad league at least. You think you felt better about playing Detroit NFC Championship game last year than this year? I think the team is more well-rounded, but hasn't hit its full stride. Last year's pack was more fun, I guess. I don't know. I feel like the defense for the Packers, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the defense for the Packers is a lot better this season. And I think, I won't lie to you, you guys did play us on Thanksgiving, the game you did win, and we were in an awful stretch that last season. We kept a close game against the Saints. We should have lost to the Bears twice. So there was a lot of frustrating games, but I think we turned a corner against the Broncos in December last year, and then we hadn't looked back since. So we should have beaten the 49ers. So I think in the NFC Championship game, if it had come down to Lions, Packers, I feel like the Lions probably would have won it last season. This season, I don't know. I'm not feeling too confident about it. But anyways, 28th, Cleveland Browns, the Jameis Winston experience. Again, these are all awful teams. I don't really know what went wrong with the Browns. I think Deshaun Watson just isn't as good as he wants, and the system isn't built for him. It's built for guys like Joe Flacco, which is why they did so well last season. No, Luke isn't last. Wait, how is he changing the rules to make it Miller again? But, okay. Anyways, 27th, the Carolina Panthers, the highest they've been all season. Actually, they might have been 26th earlier in the year, but very early. They're actually looking like a decent team, so maybe if they beat the Cowboys, they can go up a spot. But they really should have won the last couple of weeks. But I'm excited to see what happens to this Panthers team. Bryce Young's finally gaining some confidence in this league, which is really showing us how much better the Panthers can be when he's confident. 26th, the Chicago Bears. I went on a limb last week, and I was like, I'm going to pick the Bears to beat the 49ers. They fired Matt Eberflus as their head coach. They had a close game against the Lions on Thanksgiving. How about they just all of a sudden better? There's a big morale boost in the building, and they get the win on the road against the 49ers. That did not happen. The Chicago Bears did not show up to that game. That was an awful performance from the Bears against the 49ers team that had been consistently blown out the last couple of weeks. I'm starting to think the Bears are just going to give up on this season and go back to the drawing board for next season. They have 4 wins. They could try and tank the rest of the year, get a good draft pick, really somebody to help out on the offensive line, and then get a good coach. And maybe the Bears will actually be a threat to teams like the Lions, Packers, and the Minnesota Vikings in the NFC North. But 25th, New England Patriots. I think they're coming off a bye, headed into Arizona this week to face off against the Cardinals. I think the Patriots are a sneaky better team than people expect. I go back and forth on this every week because their defense really has been holding up to their end of the stick, I guess, even though they historically and earlier this season had been pretty good. Okay, so you said Miller and Luke both finished 5-9, but the tiebreaker was points for which Miller had won. So Owen last. So Owen and Miller. But Owen and Nate collaborated to change the tiebreaker to head-to-head after Owen was confirmed last. Wait, so is it over? I did see Bill Belichick going to North Carolina. I think that's actually I was watching the broadcast of it on Pat McAfee earlier today. I think that's insane. I think that's going to be I think it's going to work. I mean, that might be some biases because we know how good Bill Belichick was in the NFL. But now that the college game, there's a salary cap and all of this NIL stuff, it's really way more similar to the NFL now than it was before. So I think the college game, Bill Belichick, he has a passion for teaching. Can we get a house tour? One sec, Sean. It's really kind of messy, but I won't lie. And I can't pick this up and move this very far, but I can give you like a room tour, I guess. But what was I saying? UNC, Bill Belichick. I think it's going to work. I think people are going to want to go to North Carolina because of Bill Belichick, and he's basically promising that he's going to put them into the NFL. So I can see that happening. I think that's a clear-cut path. I think North Carolina might actually be a decent ACC team. It's crazy, but here we go. We'll get a quick room tour. That's my bed right there. That's where I sleep. Lions flag. This is as far as I can move it. Oh, wait. I can actually... This thing's farther than I thought. All right, we're doing IRL streams. Guys. But there's a window. You can see that. This is the setup. Got my coffee. You don't see that. Coffee. Gatorade. There's a fucking calculator for when I was doing math statistics. There's the chat, all that good stuff. This is where the magic happens right here. I'll give you a sneak peek of that. Those are the power rankings. Is this gonna focus? It is. contract with the devil has expired. We'll see. Tom Brady, his contract with Tom Brady's expired. There's a TV right there. It's my bathroom. Let's reach. Oh wow. I don't think you can hear me, but there's a lot of leeway in here. There's my bathroom. That's where I shower and shit. Dude, I did not know this reached this far. There's the apartment. I'm sure that was fun. Was that fun, guys? Did you have a good time? I'm a vlogger, I guess. TI-84 lurking in the back. Yeah, fuck these calculators, dude. I'm so sick of fucking math statistics. The calculator's not cool as fuck. This is the lame ass calculator. I have a better one actually that can, you could like run Minecraft and shit on it, but this one they don't let you use those anymore. I can't like cheat the system now, so I have to use this. It sucks, but I'm changing majors, so I probably won't have to use this again. So, anywho, where was I? 24th, the Cowboys. 23rd, the Jets. Same boat. They're both bad, but they're just slightly not as bad as everybody else. On the 84s. Yeah, the 84s are where it's at, man. Same thing with the New Orleans Saints. Barely beat the fucking Giants. Derek Carr likely out for the season. Or he's out multiple weeks, which should be the season, man. It's almost over. Just fucking sit it out. You already got hurt. The Saints aren't going to the playoffs. Just give up, right? I know the calculator's supposed to be a house tour. Everyone's fixated on the fucking calculator. But that's all right. 21st, the Falcons. We already talked about it a little bit, but 4-game losing streak. Kirk Cousins has what now? Fucking 10 interceptions and no touchdowns or something like that. Cowboys blows the Jets. It's wild. This is my logic with that. The Jets had a very close game against the Miami Dolphins last week. Falcons, I know. I'm sorry, man. You're right. Falcons should be 0. I don't know. But here's my thought process. The Jets beat the Texans in October on Halloween, and then the following week, the Texans proceeded to beat the shit out of the Cowboys. So I'm just using that logic alone. I mean, you could go either which way. It's Kirkover. No more Kirktober. No win November. Destroy Kirk December. Fucking shit. I don't fucking know. Anywho, we'll move on. Oh, that's not. All right, well, whatever. Go green. Okay, bud. What was Michigan State's record this year? Maybe one day they'll make the college football playoff. Go white. Ew, Derek, what the fuck? Don't y'all go to Ole Miss? Fellas, there's something interesting I was doing. I did the SEC. I redid the SEC schedule, okay? But so every game that ended in a 1-score, at 8-point or less game, that the winner won by 8 or less points, I flipped the result. So just saying, all 1-score games, I flipped the result. And we would have had, Ole Miss would have been undefeated, 12-0, and they would have faced a 9-3 UGA team in the SEC championship game. 28-10. Go. Wait. Oh, okay. Okay, bud. SEC champs, dude. Need I say any more? 2 seed in the college football playoff. Well, who's Ole Miss playing in the college football playoff? Right? Who's Ole Miss playing? I couldn't remember. Anywho, 20th, Colts. Colts are a basic-ass team. Nothing special about them except the dudes singing the songs about the Colts winning every week. Shout out that guy. Georgia is, they honestly are. I saw Florida State fans on the internet crying about how Georgia's 2 after their quarterback got hurt and Florida State didn't even make the playoffs last year. But beating Texas versus beating number 2 ranked Texas, beating who the fuck knows ranked Louisville last year is completely different things. They are fucking stupid. Brain dead. I'm pretty sure the refs are playing as the 2 seed. Georgia missed it right. Okay. Honestly, don't follow college football enough. I was actually at the SEC championship game. That shit was lit as fuck. I lost my voice though. But yeah, Gunnar Stockton, dude, fucking balls bigger than my forehead, and he won the game too. So that's what I'm saying. I was saying to this Florida State fan, Carson Beck getting hurt actually made the Bulldogs better. That actually helps them. That makes them better. But who knows? Who knows? Texas was overrated too. They didn't have any. Texas A&M was their only top 25 win. Yeah, Texas fucking sucked. But we'll see in a couple of weeks here. Interesting. I'm excited for the 12-team playoff. This is no. I shout out my boy Seth, bro. That's Seth. I love that guy. This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. I love that man. Sorry his team isn't that good, though. Yeah, Oregon confuses me, too, because they only beat Idaho, who's an FCS school, by 10. And they almost lost to Wisconsin and Boise State, which could be interesting. Boise State's winning the Natty. That's all I'm hearing. Anyways, 19th 49ers, great bounce back win against the Bears. It's the Bears. Let's see what they do tonight. Thursday Night Football. Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Going to be a heck of a game, really, because the NFC West is still completely wide open. You see all 4 teams ranked right there. Seattle Seahawks currently in the lead. Rams are breathing down their necks, but they got a tough game against the San Francisco 49ers on the road. But, yeah. 18th, the Cincinnati Bengals. Again, Joe Burrow, if the Bengals had won all of their one-score games, or at least most of them, I think they've won. The win against the Cowboys was their second win of the season in one-score games. If the Bengals were winning more of these games, Joe Burrow would be easily the MVP because of how well he is playing. Him and Jamar Chase have been connecting like crazy, but the fucking defense is horrible. This reminds me of the Lions a couple of years ago, too, where the offense is doing everything in their power to win the games, and the defense can't fucking tackle a guy to save their life. Can't cover anybody. But Bengals, they're 5-7. Playoff hopes are diminishing slowly. They got a very important game against the Denver Broncos in a couple of weeks in Cincinnati. That will be a huge tell as to whether or not the Bengals will make the playoffs and slip into that 7th seed, because I really don't see them getting any higher than that. Faison says the Seahawks are winning the NFC West, unfortunately. Pack will probably place first round and gets shockingly upset. I know this script all too fucking well. Yeah, there's a couple of historic Packers and Seahawks games that we all know and love. They're always good, though. You know, they're always good. Actually, there was like one year where I think the Packers blew them out. But Seattle and Green Bay games always good. Always brings back that nostalgic 2014, 2015 NFL. I don't know, NFL. I don't know what the word is, but yeah, that era. Dan Orlovsky, fucking legend. Dan Orlovsky. Yeah, he's an analyst. Like, who sat down and was like, yeah, you know that 0-16 quarterback from the Lions? Yeah, let's see what he has to say about this football game. Let's see what his thoughts are. Like, no, bro, shut the fuck up. You fucking sucked. Burrow should be an MVP convo and Chase an Offensive Player of the Year. If it wasn't for Saquon, I think Josh Allen wins the MVP, though. Yeah, honestly, the MVP race, it's a lot like last season where there's really no quarterback stepping up to the table. The thing is, Josh Allen, I think, is really good. He just doesn't have as good as numbers as other quarterbacks as far as like the nitpicky stuff like completion percentage and, I don't know, passing yards and all that shit. A lot of people are throwing Lamar Jackson out there, but the Ravens are 8-5. They're clearly not winning games too often. So I think it should be Saquon. Honestly, I think it should be Saquon Barkley as of right now. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up 2014. Some bad memories there. I apologize. But anywho, I'm excited about the matchup this week. I think it's gonna be a good game. I honestly think it could be a trap game for the Green Bay Packers. I think the Seahawks might get them. Both teams have been red hot as of recently. Packers obviously dropping game last week, but to a very good Detroit Lions team. Nothing. Would you say he has perfect timing? They told me bust out my AP perfect. Okay, bud. Anyways, Rams 17th. They just beat the Bills, but the Rams, I don't know. I think they're just mid. They just had a really good week. I don't know. We'll see tonight, I guess. We'll see tonight. I do think the Dolphins are better than them considering they beat them on the road. So that's why the Dolphins are at 16th. Cardinals beat the Dolphins 28-27. I think the Cardinals are, even though they're on like a 3-game losing streak, close game against the Vikings, 2 losses to the Seattle Seahawks. Not a good look, especially when you're trying to win your division. But anyways, 15th. 14th, the Texans still haven't looked anything like they were last year. They're just a mid team. They lost to the Titans somehow. They're probably honestly worse than 14th. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think if we go by the most valuable, I think Josh without Buffalo wouldn't be nearly as good. Without Saquon, Philly would still make the playoffs and Super Bowl bound. I think you're absolutely right. But you can make that argument every year with Josh Allen because that's really all the Bills have. I think if you put any other quarterback into that system with those lack of weapons around Josh Allen, the Bills will win 3 games. Meanwhile, we've seen Lamar Jackson go down with, I guess I would say, better teams than this Ravens team, and they still win 7-8 games. Saquon has opened up a new door for them that they were lacking for a couple years, but it still pisses me off that Nick Sirianni and the Eagles are still good because I don't think Jalen Hurts is that good of a quarterback. They really don't throw the ball all that much. They have 2 really good wide receivers, a great top 5 offensive line, and then you have the best, I don't know between Saquon or Derrick Henry, but one of the 2 best running backs in the National Football League. It's rush hour, baby. MVP is Cooper Rush. We all remember Cooper Rush's legacy run a few years ago, man. We will never forget that. And honestly, he isn't playing the worst ever. He's definitely one of the better backups in the NFL, but he is a backup for a reason. 13th, Washington Commanders coming off a bye, finally getting back on track against the Tennessee Titans after going on a 3-game losing streak. One of them to the Cowboys. Oh, what? They lost to the Cowboys? Yeah, we all know. Yep. They lost to the Cowboys, but they finally got a breather. They have time to stay, get healthy, and they play the Saints coming up this week in New Orleans. I think the Commanders should win that easily, especially considering that Derek Carr probably won't be playing in that game. And if we look at what the Saints did without Derek Carr early in the year, they were fucking awful. So we'll see what happens. 12th, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A couple close games, handled the Raiders easily. I think they are an underrated team. They've definitely had one of the most hardest schedules in the league this season. Michael Penix Jr. You think, Sean, let me ask you this. Do you think it's time? Do you think it's time that the Falcons put in Michael Penix? Especially if they can't beat the fucking Raiders, a team they want to lose. The Raiders want to lose. They need to lose to get a better quarterback. They currently hold the number 1 overall pick. Just lose. If the Falcons lose this fucking game, this is a must-win for the Falcons. If Kirk Cousins loses this game, it's Michael Penix time. It really should. It might even be Michael Penix time right now. Faison says, it honestly hurts me because I see Josh similar to my guy A-Rod. Don't say that. Don't say that. Josh isn't crazy. Undeniably in the convo for best quarterback and crazy talented, but lack of playoff success haunts them. Lose heartbreakers in the playoffs. Fresno State legend. Kirk O'Chain is going to lead you to the Super Bowl. All right, we all believe in Kirk Cousins, but yeah. Josh Allen, I don't know. He reminds me of more of like a Phillip Rivers kind of guy where it's just like you get so close, but you can never quite get there. But I do think they've been good for so long. The Bills just got to push through, especially with how bad everybody's looking right now. Like, I know they lost to the Ravens 35-10, but this is a year that we could see the Buffalo Bills sneak into the playoffs. I'm not kidding when I say that the game this Sunday, Bills-Lions, could be a Super Bowl preview. But knowing both teams' track records throughout NFL history, the Bills and the Lions, it won't be that. It'll be the Chiefs and Eagles. It's all right. Anyways, 11th, the Denver Broncos. they're coming off a bye. Nothing much to say there. They dropped one spot. Same thing with the Chargers. They handled business last week as well. Oh, no, they didn't. They lost. They lost to the Chiefs barely, again, in a fucking miracle fashion for the Chiefs, because who else would expect that? But they're still a top 10 team, I think, in my opinion. But I did move the Seahawks into the top 10 for the first time this season because they had a dominant road victory against the Cardinals without Kenneth Walker. Playing the Cardinals, second time, divisional opponent, second time in 3 weeks. Great showing for the Seahawks. I should be friends with Packers fans. Packers fans are always so nice, though. Faison isn't from Wisconsin, so he's kind of an outlier, but people from Wisconsin are like the nicest people ever. Like, is there one bad person, one mean person in Wisconsin? No. Except maybe Jeffrey Dahmer. But besides him, everybody else is pretty cool. Especially because they always feel bad for the Lions, too. Maybe not now. Now they kind of starting to hate them, which is fucking vitally, because that means they don't actually fear us now versus before they just felt bad. But anyways, top 8 time. Let's go to the top 8 teams in the NFL. Nope, wrong way. 8th, the Buffalo Bills lose to the Rams on the road. Drops in a few spots. I got to. They also lost to the Ravens 35-10. I don't know. Faison, I didn't know you were born in Wisconsin. You're a Wisconsinite? Since when, dude? I thought you just liked the Packers just because. But 7th, Baltimore Ravens. Again, nothing new here. They have 5 losses. They just lost to the Eagles. They're coming off a bye. Hopefully they can beat the fucking Giants. Okay, not hopefully. I obviously don't. I would want the Giants to win because, my mom wants the Giants to win. Maybe they want them to lose, actually. I don't actually know. But the Ravens should get bounced back against the New York Giants. 6th, Pittsburgh Steelers. Russell Wilson is actually cooking for the Steelers. And they look like a legitimate threat. I know they lost to the Browns a few weeks ago. It happens. Snowy game, divisional game. They always lose to the fucking Browns. They're still a top 10 team in the NFL. I'm hesitant to put them in the top 5, though. Packers, I know they lost. They have 4 losses. All are to teams ranked above them. They're 9-4 or whatever their record is. 10-4. They're still a good team. They're still a top 5 team, which sucks for me because we also have the Vikings at number 4. So 3 NFC North teams in the top 10. Hitler was not a Packers fan. Oh, I never think about that, but there was a time he could have been. Whatever you do, don't look over. You mean what are you talking about, bro? Now, if anything, David Carr, was he even a Raider? If anything, this is one team Steven and all can't clown me on for supporting because I have legit connection with them. I was born in Wisconsin. That cheese runs through my blood. Num, 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 num. Now, that cheese got graded last week on Thursday Night Football. But anyways, Chiefs 3rd. They have 1 loss. You can't realistically put them any lower. They just keep winning. You can't do it. 2nd, the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Eagles, especially now, the run that they're having. Well, they did almost lose to the Panthers. I almost put them at 1 last week. Now I'm content in my decision in not doing that because you can't almost lose to the Panthers to be the number 1 team in the country at the Chiefs. But I still got the Lions number 1. I can't believe it. This is, 4 weeks in a row that we've ranked the Lions 1, which means it's bound to stop eventually. Maybe this week against the Buffalo Bills. We'll see what happens. But that's enough of my power rankings. Those are my power rankings. They didn't seem very controversial. I didn't hear that many comments on them. But maybe that's because everybody is focusing on, I don't know, the SEC college football playoff, which I don't blame you for. But let's just go on to these weekly predictions. Eagles equal overrated. See, I hope you're right. Real quick. These are the pick'em results. But I saw a YouTube video from a year ago that somebody made that had categories for Super Bowl winners. It was wrong. They got it wrong. They were basically saying it's like, okay, these are the categories for Super Bowl winning teams. Like where they land in stats. Like what stats do they need? Let me see if I can find it. Here are the requirements. The guy listed a plus 50 in point differential, top 20 in points allowed, not bottom 10 in turnover percentage, and top 20 in passing yards. And the Eagles, I don't think, at least they didn't when I was looking at this, but last time I looked, this live stream was a series of the worst takes I've ever seen in my life. Sean, you are not an Eagles fan, bro. Also, I don't know what takes you heard that were overrated. There was really wasn't anything that bold at all. But all right. But let's see. Where are the Eagles in passing yards? All right, it's loading. Eagles currently sit. Eagles are 31st in passing yards per game. I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl with that. I only see a few real teams: Detroit, Philadelphia, Green Bay, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and unfortunately, because of their lucky magic, the Chiefs. Yep. And I will say this too about the Eagles. They have had the easiest, they've had one of the easiest schedules in the league. Now they did beat the Ravens on the road, which is a great win, and they do play the Steelers this week, so we'll see what happens. We're on top. It's our year. Are the Cowboys even still in playoff contention? Can the Cowboys still realistically make the playoffs? Let's check this. Let's see. According to the NFL's interactive pick'em. We'll see. I'll scroll down. You know what they are? There they go. You are. They're still in it with the Bears and the Panthers. Kind of sounds like Indiana. Okay. Giants are the only team in the NFC eliminated. Which is kind of crazy. But anyways, yeah, you guys got a hefty lead on me in your pick'ems. This is actually all my family's doing, and Holly's, believe it or not. But anyways, if you remember those requirements that I listed out for winning the Super Bowl, this is these are the teams that are still in the running. It's not your year, Derek. It's not your year. But there's 8 teams still in contention for winning the Super Bowl. They are the Buffalo Bills, Pittsburgh Steelers, Kansas City Chiefs, Denver Broncos, surprisingly enough, Washington Commanders, Detroit Lions, Minnesota Vikings, and the Green Bay Packers. Honestly thought the Bears would be better too, but we should have known it was the Bears. Now, Eberflus is gone, so we'll see who they get to replace him. Hopefully it's not fucking Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn. Honestly, I've heard that the Bears were considering hiring their interim head coach, who I think he was like the running backs coach at UGA, but he was their interim offensive coordinator, and now is their interim head coach, and now he might actually get the head coaching job. Maybe not after last week of how badly they played then, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I always love the Bears. You know, you got some historic teams in the NFC North, and you have the same old Bears. But anywho, let's just get into these predictions, okay? Week 15, again, I will keep track of your predictions. So put them in the chat. Put them in the shot. Who you think are going to win these games. Or you could just look up the schedule yourself and just type them all in at once. I will keep track of them. Majority rules. So not everybody, I'm not keeping track of everyone's each individual pick, but all of you as a unit will be voting as, you each get your own pick, okay? You don't each get your own pick. Like, majority rules, if most people say that the 49ers are going to win. For my YouTube viewers, 49ers gets marked down. I'm sure everybody understood that, but we'll go. But here we go. It's Thursday Night Football. Rams at the 49ers. I got the 49ers getting a close victory here. I really am torn between both of these teams. Obviously, there's my 17th ranked team and then my 19th ranked team. It's in San Francisco. There should be inclement weather. I think it's going to be raining in San Francisco. So we'll see what happens. Faison has said that the Rams are going to win. I got the 49ers by 1 point. 49ers are currently 3-point favorites. Commanders at the New Orleans Saints. Probably no Derek Carr, which probably means either Jake Haener or Spencer Rattler will get the start for the New Orleans Saints. Washington and Jayden Daniels coming off of a bye. I got them winning big on the road against the New Orleans Saints 30-18. Commanders currently sit at 7.5-point favorites. This guy says, I like, I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. He took the Rams too. So we got 2 votes. 2 votes for the Rams right now. All right. It's going to be a good game. Obviously, you see, I don't have the game being pretty close. I think the 49ers will get it done, though. But I don't know. The amount of importance that's on this Thursday night game in the NFC West is incredible because every team is still right there in it to win the division. And I don't think any of them are going to get a wild card spot. So of these 4 teams, they're duking it out the last 4 weeks of the season. Who's going to end up on top? I honestly think Seattle will. The way they've been playing as of recently. They got a tough schedule, though, against the Packers and the Vikings coming up. So we'll see what happens. Commanders, Browns. Okay. We going crazy. You vote Gryffindor. Okay, thank you, Sean. I got the Chiefs winning a close one against the Browns. Are the Chiefs way better than the Browns? Yes, but every game is a close game for the Kansas City Chiefs. I got the Chiefs winning by 1. Bengals at the Titans. I feel like the Titans are always a trap game for the Bengals. I feel like they lose to them quite often. If not, the Bengals will blow them out. But I got the Bengals winning 28-24 against the Tennessee Titans. Miami Dolphins at the Houston Texans. Should be an actual good game. See which one is better. My 16th and 14th ranked teams. Houston Texans are coming off of a bye. That's why I have them winning 28-22. Ravens at the Giants. It should be the Ravens, right? Giants are my worst ranked team. However, the Giants are the only other NFC team to beat the Lamar Jackson Ravens besides the Philadelphia Eagles earlier this year. So yeah, you guys keep letting me know who you think's winning these games. Faison said Washington as well. He took Chiefs. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. I know I'm butchering this. I like all. But he took the Browns. So honestly, a sneaky upset. Honestly, wouldn't be that. I mean, I'd be surprised actually. But the way the Chiefs have been playing, bro's never. Derek, these are all favorites. What are these? What do you mean? Bengals are 5-point favorites. Texans 3-point favorites. Ravens are 16-point favorites against the Giants, and oh wait, we're not there yet. But yeah. Something crazy. Anyways, again, keep putting your predictions in the chat. I'll mark them down for my YouTube viewer predictions. But here we go. Jets at the Jaguars. I honestly want to take the Jags, but then I'm really like, am I really going to pick Mac Jones to beat Aaron Rodgers? I don't think so. I went with the Jets on the road. I don't feel good about it at all. Only by a field goal. So we'll see what happens. More... You took Miami over Houston. Oh yeah. I didn't actually end up reading all of them. So Kansas City, Cincinnati, Miami, and Baltimore. Okay. The Giants are definitely covering that spread. I would bet on that. Browns more like the inside of my pants right now. Yep. You fellow cruster, Sean. You crusting down there? I'll leave it at that. Cowboys at the Panthers. I got the Panthers winning, baby. Come on, Panthers. They've been too good the last couple of weeks to lose to Cooper Rush and the Cowboys. Come on, Panthers. Win the game. Come on, Panthers. I got them winning another 24-21 victory. Honestly, I think the Panthers, believe it or not, are actually favored in this game by 3 points. So we'll see what happens. Another great game between my 12th and 10th ranked teams. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Los Angeles Chargers. I got the Chargers winning it barely at home against the Buccaneers. We will see what happens. This should be a very good game. 20-19 in that one. Colts at the Broncos. The Colts and Broncos always play each other tough. 2 horse teams. They always seem to play each other. The Peyton Manning teams. I got the Broncos winning this one, just considering how good they've been throughout the season. The Colts just been kind of I got the Broncos getting a comfortable win against the Colts at home. Cowboys going to win, says Derek. Okay, so that's a vote for the Cowboys. You think Aaron Rodgers will do good again, but Jets team is just terrible. So I got Jacksonville, Dallas, Tampa, Denver, and Cardinals. Oh, yeah, I'll stick the Cardinals. Okay. Could be a trap game. Patriots are coming off a bye. They are a little bit better than we expect. Cardinals have been on a 3-game losing streak. Could see the Patriots win this game. Cardinals are currently 6-point favorites. Patriots could cover that. And the Bills at the Lions. I got the Bills beating the Lions. I keep picking against the Lions. Maybe I'm superstitious. It is because I'm superstitious. But I got the Bills winning 31-29. Very close game. Going to be a very high-scoring game, I think. Not a lot of defense on both sides of the ball. Lions got 18 players on IR. Panthers will do everything in their power to keep Bryce Young from winning. You're not wrong there. You are not wrong there. So I'm sure Bryce Young will lead a legacy drive to win the game. And when the Panthers just need to kick a field goal, they'll fumble the ball or some shit. No, that will happen. Okay, you also think the Patriots could upset then Buffalo. That's all right. That's all right. I don't blame you for picking the Bills in that one. A day in the life stream. I do not have the equipment for that at all. Plus, I don't do a lot in the whole day, so no. About to start talking Pro Nerd Sports channel. Okay, bud. Here are the last 4 games of the week. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Faison, hold your horses. I know you're mad. This was wrong. I had the Packers winning 30-23. I didn't change it. I have my old math formula, and I have a way I change it. So I actually do have the Packers winning this game 30-23. So don't panic. Don't panic. I mean, the Seahawks could win it. I wouldn't be surprised. But I do have the Packers winning this game 30-23. I am not doing a 24-hour stream. Holy fuck. That would be so horrible. Plus, what would I do? I guess I'd play video games or something. I'm thinking of starting like an actual Twitch channel just to play video games in the off season. I think that might be fun. But we'll see what happens. But Steelers and Eagles, potential Super Bowl matchup here. You think, all right, so you think Seattle beats you guys. Okay, I'm taking the Packers. Believe me, I'm taking the Packers, I swear. But I'll give you the Seahawks if that's what you want. And then Steelers at the Eagles. I got the Eagles getting a narrow victory. Almost lost to the Panthers. Steelers are obviously a lot better than that. Playing well against with Russell Wilson at quarterback. The Pennsylvania Bowl. We'll see who wins that. I got the Eagles coming out on top. Again, I have the Packers beating the Seahawks 30-23. Not the Seahawks winning 29-23. Pro Nerd Gaming. That's actually a thing that exists. That was the plan originally, but I don't think I'm going to use that. It's not going to be Pro Nerd Gaming. Vikings, I think they get it. After what they did to the Falcons last week and after what the 49ers did to the Bears last week, I got to give this game to Minnesota, 32-19. And finally, on Monday Night Football, I got the Falcons getting back in the win column. Finally, for the first time since Kirktober, I got the Falcons winning on Monday Night Football against the Raiders, 24-17. And don't forget, okay, there's Faison's predictions. Yeah, don't forget to put your predictions in the chat, and I will write them all down, and I will tally them up next week, and you'll see how that affects our running totals. Currently, my viewers have a 5-game, win on me. So why are you listening to me at all? Exactly. Yes, Derek. Yes. I don't have college football 25. I don't have any console besides a Switch. And I don't have a capture card because the one I bought never worked. Yep. This is all calculated before, guys. Falcons by 1 fucking million. No. But anyways, so let's go through this. Faison took the Steelers, Seahawks, Vikings. It could be a trap game. You saw the Bears beat the Vikings in Minnesota last season, so we could see them do it again. And then you took the Falcons. All right. So, YouTube viewers, I don't have a PlayStation. I could get a PlayStation. So anyway, hold on. Let's go back. So just to tally up, I have the 49ers win this game. You guys have the Rams. We both have the Commanders winning against the Saints. We both got the Chiefs winning this game. Both got the Bengals winning this game against the Titans. You guys have the Dolphins beating the Texans on the road. Let's see. Both have the Ravens. Both have the Jets. Or no. Faison took the Jags. Faison's the Jaguars. You guys have the Cowboys. I have the Panthers. I have the Chargers. You have the Bucks. We have a lot of discrepancies here. Both have the Broncos. Both have the Cardinals. Both have the Bills. Both have... Oh, no. Faison has the Steelers. I sure hope you're right. You have the Seahawks. I have the Packers. Both have the Vikings, and both have the Falcons. All right. Well, I got Chick-fil-A money rolling in. I do, but it's not enough. I have fucking Christmas presents to buy. I can't be doing all that. Maybe next semester, once I get my first paycheck after Christmas, after I pay for all my Christmas gifts, I think that might be what happens. But we'll see. But anywho, that was the stream today, guys. Should be some major shifts in playoff picture next year. You trust Mike Tomlin a lot. He's a dog. I trust him too. He's got it. They could probably beat the Chiefs in a couple weeks too. We'll see what happens. But a lot gonna maybe shake up after this week. Last week I didn't see a lot of movement. Maybe we can see more movement this week. Falcons can retake the lead in their division. Who knows? Your girlfriend doesn't need a gift. Yes, she does. She needs a gift more than anybody right now. But yeah. All right. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, all 8 viewers. I love all of you. Please subscribe if you're new. I would very much appreciate that. We are at 720 subscribers. We started the year with like 96. So, 2025 is upon us. A 600 about subscriber jump is incredible. Maybe we can get to 800 by the end of the year. Maybe we can get to 800 by the end of the year. But we'll see what happens. But shout out to everybody that tuned in. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I'll be doing this hopefully every Thursday during the NFL season. So I will see you guys all in. Derek, you're not getting a gift. I'll give you a kiss on the cheek. How about that? What do you want for Christmas, Derek? What do you want? Everybody, we got to see what Derek wants for Christmas. We can all get Derek whatever he wants. Just you speak. I have connections with Santa Claus. Okay, Pro Nerd Sports has connections with Santa Claus. He will get you whatever you need. Okay. Oh man. I don't know how long it's gonna take this dude to respond. What is this thing? Uh-oh. What is the fuck? Ian's clip farming? What the fuck is this, dude? Looks like I'll be doing our bet though. Well, I mean, the Lions won't win the division. Haven't won the division yet. And the Packers still could win the division. But I think they'd have to have the Lions lose out. But, I mean, still the fucking Vikings could win the division. And then what do we do then if the Vikings win? We both just say, what the fuck? All right, I guess we're both fucking wrong about the Vikings. That just I don't even know how to react to that. The Vikings won the NFC North. Because they definitely could, but I would just be like, interesting. I wouldn't be expecting that. Then the Lions would have like a 5th seed or something. Whatever. Oh my god, bro. Dawson's gonna make a Pro Nerd podcast clips account on TikTok. Oh, I can't look at the. I need to watch all these videos. This is our cult. This is our team. We bleed blue. 10 Caniac combos in a day. Yeah. Actually, that's a lot. That's 6, right? Do you have to get coleslaw? Actually, maybe that would actually make it easier, but coleslaw fucking sucks. 10 Caniac combo. I want to see if I can eat 10 Caniac combos in a day. I'd probably have a heart attack, though, honestly. Fuck, dude. I might go get Raising Cane's now that you say that. Yeah, that's probably going to be my dinner. I'm a fat ass. I know, like, Faison, you both of us are talking shit about the Vikings. They're going to win the fucking division. They're going to go to the Super Bowl. We're going to be like, well, fuck. Okay. Shit. Well, guess we were wrong, right? No slaw. No slaw. That's just going to make it harder, right? Because you're going to get bread or you're going to get fries. Extra bread. This is what you got to do. You got to take the bread, okay? And you put, fucking finger in the middle with sauce and you eat it like a sandwich. It's it might make it go down easier. 10 is a lot, though. I don't know how much food Derek normally eats in one sitting. Derek, you don't normally eat a lot. 2,000 calories. So that'd be, hold on, you have fucking, so that'd be 20,000 calories in a day. There's 10 of them. I don't know, in my head. So if you space it out enough, I think you could. Realistically, I think you could. Or you just shove it all down at once, like Bash style. You just keep on going. Keep on going, dude. You're going to do what to my finger? You know what I'm going to do. You have pre-opinionated bias that it's mid as fuck. That's completely false. I don't want to buy a fucking Vikings beanie. Like, what am I going to do with it? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't even be like pissed off if the Vikings won. I'd just be like shocked. I'd be like, okay. Okay. This is for me because we also have the Vikings at number 4, so 3 NFC North teams in the top 10. Hitler was not a Packers fan. Oh, you know what? Bro, acting like I don't know where he lives. Okay, Dawson. Cane's over. I mean, I'm biased because I eat Chick-fil-A like every fucking day, so I would definitely have Cane's over that. Honestly, the Zaxby's in Athens are all fucking terrible. At least the 2 closest to me. There's a Popeyes here, but Popeyes you just gotta go on a good day. Half the time, they don't fucking care, and they probably put a fucking cat in there. They can leave the NFC North. I mean, I don't know. They're the Vikings. Like, I'm never like threatened by them. Like, when did they go? When have the Vikings made the playoffs like back to back? Like, they don't do that. They have one good year fall off, one good year fall off, one year fall off. A sneaky upset, honestly, wouldn't be that. I mean, I'd be surprised actually. But the way the Chiefs have been. Oh my gosh. Come on, fucking sound, dude. All right, well, now that we've all had a merry little time talking and having a good time, I will see you all next week in the next one. Please come back. Please come back. Kirk Cousins was pretty good. In Minnesota, yeah, he was really good, especially last year before he tore his Achilles. But anyways, I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for tuning in. Again, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. I will be hopefully live again next Thursday. I will see you all in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. I'm going to go get some Raising Cane's. Take care. And...